everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this terrestrial ball. I promised in 5 minutes I would get you up to speed. What's going on? Who do we speak with this month over here on Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation? So this is the main takeaways. So what we did was section the month off, and it's very, very exciting. So every at the top of the month, the first week of every month, we're always going to have a conversation with a podcaster or with a entrepreneur. This month we had a conversation with two entrepreneurs. Yes, indeed. Regina Johnson and Tiffany Sams. Oh my goodness, when I tell you that they are fabulous women, they are graduates from HCBUs, and they have decided that they are going to educate our kids. It's a global community, not just children of color, but all children. And what they have, their online school is just fabulous. You're going to have to take a listen. And they also are accepting donations. Hey, I say that shamelessly because I understand my daughter went to a private school. I understand how challenging the budget can be, how necessary it is to pay it forward and help the schools out. We also had a conversation with Tim Simpson, Mr. Tim Simpson, Tim the motivator. And when from the very first sentence, he gave us so much information. I'm telling you, it was crazy, wild, almost on overload. But he also gave us vital information about the gig world and the side hustle. Very, very important. And take a listen because I got some insight into it. And I thought, yeah, I think this thing that I have, this little love thing that I have with Canva, watch me now. I'm going to turn that into a side hustle. Yes, I said it right here because that's going to happen. I'm going to do that. And then on the second week, we always have a conversation with a fellow podcaster because there's plenty of room for all of us. And if you can't hear something from me, I can always bring another podcaster to you and let's just chop it up. So on the second week, it's always a podcaster or Brunch with Margot Lavette, something brand new that I started. Come on over, have brunch with me the last Sunday of every month. Myself and friends, we have wine, coffee, tea, whatever in our most beautiful stemware or mug, and we just chop it up. This month, we started out with the information diva, Deb Thorne, and sci-fi sister, Sabrina Wood. So, you ever wondered about black folks and sci-fi? I got the scoop for you right here. And how do you set out to actually host an event and get butts in the seats? We talk about that also. I know it's something that everybody struggles with. And then that third week of the month, Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation, we're always going to bring on a guest, someone who's a part of the Great Resignation, the reshuffle. They simply reinvented themselves. That's the third week of every month. And this month, I'm bringing on Kathy Brooks. And when you listen to Kathy Brooks' story, it's not a fairy tale. It's really quite an eye-opening story. I think it is probably quite common, but we just don't like to say, I got laid off and this series of events happened to me and here I am today. I have to present it to you. It is like, wow, okay, you went through all of that. You're still standing and you are happy. This is a episode that you definitely want to listen to. And then on that fourth week of every month, Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation is going to take on the thing of reinvention, the word, the essence of it. What does it mean? We break it down, the fears, the changes, the inside work that goes into reinventing oneself. But this month, I want to bring a story to you about WOMEL. WOMEL is the leading women's leadership magazine, and they gave out awards last year for the founders. It's the Founders Award ceremony. And guess what? Somebody that you are looking at right now walked away with Podcaster of the Year. Why do I include that total ceremony into the last episode of this month? Because I want you to understand what happens with a person that reinvents themselves to become a podcaster. And you hang in there. You don't have many people listening to you. You're not making any money, but you hang in there and you keep going and you hang in there and you keep going. And the vision just becomes clearer and clearer, and you never know who's watching you. Somebody's been watching me, and I finally ended up with a beautiful award. Here it is right here behind me. Podcaster of the Year 2021. So I brought these sessions to you, these episodes to you, because I understand that Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation is really a mecca, and I want you to understand what we have going on over here every month so that it will reinforce your growth. It will reinforce your decision to become a podcaster and entrepreneur. And if you know somebody who they've been dibbling and dabbling and I want to know about podcasting. What is this all about? What will it do for me? Because we all want to know what's in it for me before I put any time, any money in it, because time is money. I'm doing a class on September. I'm way on down the road because I do have an event for you in September, but I won't tell you about that already. But for February the 19th, it's a Saturday, I am teaching a class, a podcast basics class that will lead to success if you build your podcast correctly. I'm answering the question, first of all, what is a podcast? What does it do? How does it work? And then I'm also taking you into what it can do for you as far as personal development and what it can do for you and your business. All right. The registration link is there in the chat. And if you wait for the outro, I'll have a QR code up. I promised you 5 minutes or less. Went through it kind of fast. I'm going to say see you later, deuces, because I have an outro for you. Pay attention, and it just lets you know, it gives you the graphics and lets you know who were the guests this month and upcoming shows. Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation. Hey, it's Black History Month. Learn, share, grow. All right? And as far as I'm concerned, we should do that each and every day, 365. All right. I'll be back at the end of the month with Brunch with Margot, Levette, and Friends. And in the chat, there's also instructions if you decide you want to be a guest on Brunch with Margot, Levette, and Friends. All right. I'm out of here. Let me get this outro started. Hang around. Okay. I have information embedded there. Hang around, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. That's it for the main takeaway. Remember, go over to my website, margotlevette.com, and be sure to sign up for my newsletter. A lot of juicy tidbits are always coming to you that way. If you have questions about podcasting and you don't know what a podcast is, you want to understand what it means to you, well, I have a class coming up Saturday, February 19th. That registration link is right here. Register today. I want to see you in class. Let's get all of your questions answered. And finally, keep listening to Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation. We have a new episode that comes out each and every Friday. I want you to reinvent yourself to become a podcaster and entrepreneur. And Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation is one way to stay informed. I'll see you next Friday at the next episode. Bye-bye.